I was only 12 years old, but I already knew sadness and was very afraid of death whenever I thought of my grandfather, who had the disease called emphysema due to his smoking habit since high school. It is a terrible disease that can destroy the entire respiratory system of the patient. Since my grandmother passed away, he was very sad and even angry with life. He became grumpy and sometimes even said hurtful words that hurt kind people. However, when he was with me, it seemed that all his gentleness was revealed. Recently, he fell seriously ill and had to have throat surgery and use a ventilator to breathe. Doctors said his life could only be counted in days, but miraculously, he recovered. He no longer needed a ventilator to breathe, but still could not speak. His sentences were only weak wheezing sounds. When he was in the hospital, my mother and I went home to visit him. We were afraid that we would never have another chance to meet him again. When the two of us stepped into his room, I was really shocked by his illness. He looked very tired, couldn't do anything, even if he just muttered a few curses. Despite that, somehow, he looked at me and muttered 2 words. "Grandpa, granddaughter." "What did you say, Grandpa?" I whispered. He didn't have the strength to answer me anymore. All the remaining strength in his body he had put into the 2 incomplete words, "Grandpa, granddaughter." The next morning, my mother and I had to leave. I carried in my heart the doubt of what he had tried his best to tell me. It was not until a week after returning home that I understood what he wanted to say. A nurse working at the hospital where he was being treated called my family. She relayed my grandfather's message verbatim: "Please call my granddaughter and tell her that I love her." At first, I felt like something was wrong. Why did he only say one word, love? Why didn't he say, "I love you"? Then I suddenly woke up and remembered. So what he tried to say out loud on the day my mother and I visited him in the hospital was the sentence, "I love you." I was really touched. I felt like I was about to cry, and I really did cry. After many weeks of pain, he finally spoke again. I called him every night. Normally, after talking for about 5 minutes, he had to stop because he was still not very healthy. But before hanging up, he always said the sentence, "I love you," and "I will do anything for you." These words, along with his moving confession, "You are the only reason I live," are the best words I have ever received in my life. He will never be able to be as healthy as he used to be, and I know that the time we spend together is running out. I feel honored to be chosen by him to share his emotions. The love he has for me is so deep. The 3 words, "I love you," seem simple, but they are actually not simple at all. It is a reason to live in life. Thank you so much for watching, and stay blessed.